Hey everybody, this is Shadow here, and as you know, I've gone rogue, I've taken over the channel, it's now just the Shadow channel. Drak is officially crossed out of this channel name, as you saw with the last Hat in Time video that I did. This is now my channel. Woo! Woo! Uh-oh.
You been busted, buddy. You been busted. I think you have some things to apologize for, my friend. You went rogue. I'm sorry. You dare defy me because apparently I'm your parent and I should be punishing you or something like that. Well, for that I say this: hold out your hand, sir. After obviously you take care of these bokoblins.
Goddamn skeleton monsters. I'm trying to get a horse. Hey.
Okay, now that they're taken care of, hold out your hand, sir. I don't care that you're using it for something else.
Okay. Ow.
There you go. You have been properly punished with that very, very low register slap to your wrist.
I'm worried about you. You're planning to go treasure hunting inside the castle, even if I try to stop you, aren't you? Well, I don't know.
I'm more worried about your mustache, dude.
Sure, there are bound to be plenty of strong weapons inside, but before you even reach them, oh, I'm so worried.
Well, good for you.
And we've met you when?
Yeah.
That's the thing about some of the travelers in this game. It's just like, and I know you how? Like, the people I knew are dead.
Yeah. It's been 100 years.
I'm worried about you, buddy. How can you be worried? We just barely met. Just saying.
Come here.
Whee! Tame that horse. Tame it. Tame it. Oh. Well, there it goes. All right. Well, so let's actually explain the elephant in the room. So you went rogue.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain like why you went, like why I wasn't involved in the video?
It's a split decision thing.
Yeah.
Basically, we've changed up the schedule a little bit for how we record.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed there was a brand new mod map from the Steam Workshop that was openly advertised through the Game Zone as part of the game's latest DLC installment.
Yeah.
And I just thought, you know what, this would be fun to try out. And rather than try and like take time out of everything else we're doing, I'm just gonna throw this little 20-minute part together and have some fun with it.
Yeah, I don't know why people got the impression that I should be punishing you or whatever. I mean,
oh, by the way,
I think I might have just joked to somebody saying like, is it time?
Yeah, we're getting a blood moon.
We're getting a blood moon. So
scary, scary.
Oh no.
Think of how long it took us to get a blood.
We'll get there. We got to tell that story,
okay.
Andrea, because this is going to be a thing. Oh no, you've incurred the wrath of hell.
Haha. Actually, I need to backtrack a little because I missed.
Oh, it's going red. Oh no! What did you do, Alex? What did you do?
Link.
Slurp.
Link.
We can hear you.
Be on your guard. Ganon's power grows. It rises to its peak under the hour of the blood moon. By its glow, the aimless spirits of monsters slain in the name of the light return to flesh. Link, please be careful.
Okay, so I gotta say this before we get back into our talking. Like, the blood moon is actually a really cool effect in this game, but a lot of people don't realize just like that it's not just that this is supposed to be a really cool story element to show Ganon's power growing. It's also actually a very essential function of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know the purpose of the blood moon in this game, do you?
Well, I know it respawns enemies, obviously, and it's to make sure
it doesn't just respawn enemies, it respawns everything.
Yeah.
So basically it acts, so while you're out collecting in the world, people, like, stuff doesn't respawn. Like, if you go and collect a bunch of bananas or collect a bunch of oranges, it doesn't respawn. And so, and if you play for, like, long periods of time, which a lot of people do in this game, you'd eventually run out of stuff. Like, you'd run out of stuff to collect, you'd run out of stuff to do, and so the Blood Moon has an essential function within the game as it acts as kind of a hard reset for the world itself.
Yeah.
It actually resets everything, replaces everything, and even though the cutscene makes it look like it doubles the enemies, and in some encampments it does, Alex, you and I have taken out a couple, or we've taken out a couple of camps, right?
Yeah.
Let's just say, for the sake of argument, we had played for 5 hours. That camp would stay empty. There'd be no reward in the chest. There'd be nothing to do there, and so it kind of goes against the philosophy of Breath of the Wild.
Mm-hmm.
So what the Blood Moon does is it acts as a hard reset, and so at that point, Alex could go back and get something new out of the chest,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
It's very handy.
Yeah. Or if you need to go and get a bunch of bokoblin horns. I mean, eventually you'd run out of bokoblins. And obviously the dead bokoblins don't give everything that the bokoblins do. So it's actually a really cool element and very handy. It was actually a really cool thing to add in dev-wise. I don't think a lot of people realize that. So yeah, there you go. I've geeked out on you guys. You guys have learned so much new. Now it's time for even more exposition as we go and...
She's like, oh no!
You should have gone up to her naked again. Boom! I am a man! Oh, hi.
So, you're finally awake.
Yes, I am,
It
Impa.
has been quite a long time, Link. I am much older now, but you remember me, don't you?
I don't remember that creepy-looking face, no. Can't say I do.
Oh,
What is the matter? You are looking at me as though I am a stranger to you. Those eyes, they lack the light of familiarity or emotion. It is I, courageous one, Impa. Surely you must at least remember the name Impa. Nope.
Nope. Never
Doesn't
heard
ring
of
a
that.
bell.
Nope.
oh,
I see. So you have lost your memory. Oh, this is a good plot device.
oh.
Well, it matters not. In fact, that may actually be a blessing in disguise for the time being.
It came from a cartoon called The Avatar.
Or I was
Yeah.
actually going to say, like, this is a great thing to implement in our soap opera. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Dearest Link, please come a bit closer. And also, would you mind unzipping your pants? 100 years ago.
Oh.
Yes, 100 years ago, the kingdom of Hyrule was destroyed. After you fell, Princess Zelda's final wish was to place you in a sacred slumber. And then, all alone, she slowly put your hand into a warm glass of water so that you would pee yourself and she could laugh. Oh, sorry. And then all alone she went to face Ganon. Before Princess Zelda went to nobly meet her fate, she entrusted me with some words she wished to say to you, which is, "Wake up, sleepyhead!" I have been waiting 100 years to deliver the princess's message. Wake up, sleepyhead!
Oh.
However, I'm sorry, she's the Gundam Wing narrator. Never mind. These words, which the princess risked her life to leave you, well, if you are to hear them, you must be prepared to risk your life as well, for I might cut your ear off. But I am afraid that burden may be too much to bear while you are still without your memories. I leave the choice up to you. When you feel you are ready to receive the princess's message, return to me. Okay, well, we don't really have anything on our schedule right now, do we? I mean, well, I guess we can hear these words of a woman we don't know.
Yeah.
The words that the princess risked her life to impart to you. I cannot pass them on to someone who lacks conviction or emotions of any kind. Are you prepared to risk your life for the greater good?
I don't know.
We might have to think about it. Like, we got a 2:30, you know?
Wait.
I've been waiting for 100 years. Needless to say, I can certainly wait a bit longer if I must. This is an important decision. You must not make it lightly. Please take your time thinking it over. Also, if you want the plot to continue, you will need to actually do this. Alright, let's do it. Not a memory to your name, yet you are as intent as ever to charge forward, with only courage and justice on your side. You have not changed a bit. Once a hero, always a hero. Very well. Yes. Since you have lost your memory, I will recount for you all that has happened. Okay, so...
The history of the royal family of Hyrule is also the history of Calamity Ganon, a primal evil that has endured over the ages. This evil has been turned back time and time again by a warrior wielding the soul of a hero and a princess who carries the blood of the goddess. With the passage of time, each conflict with Ganon faded into legend. So listen closely as I tell you of this legend that occurred 10,000 years ago. Hyrule was then blossoming as a highly advanced civilization. Even the most powerful monsters posed little threat.
We wore
to the
masks.
innocence
I'm not
of the
sure
realm.
why. We kept
The
hitting our
people
heads on
thought it
objects.
wise to utilize their technological prowess to ensure the safety of the land should Calamity Ganon ever return. They constructed 4 mechanical wonders that came to be known as the Divine Beasts. They also built a legion of autonomous weapons called Guardians.
Which we all hate.
With a blinding passion.
Beasts
That's just because
were
they traumatized
piloted
us.
by
Yeah.
4 individuals of exceptional skill from across the land. And thus, the plan to neutralize Ganon was forged.
And then the cartoon smoke happened.
Upon Ganon's inevitable return to Hyrule, the princess and the hero fought alongside these 4 champions against this ancient evil. The Guardians were tasked with protecting the hero as the divine beasts unleashed a furious attack upon their terrible foe. And when the hero wielding the sword that seals the darkness delivered his final blow, the princess used her sacred power to seal away Calamity Ganon.
Okay, not as bad as the king, but this does give a little bit of lore, so that's hopefully very helpful for some people. 100 years ago. I like saying that word for some reason. It just works. In preparation for the foretold revival of Ganon, we strove to follow the lead of our ancestors of 10,000 years prior. But, in the end, we could not meet Miyamoto's expectations. Despite our best efforts and careful planning, we underestimated his power. In order to avoid ever making that grave mistake again, the princess left you these words. Psh! Snap out of it! Oh, sorry. Free the 4 divine beasts. That is what she said. She also said some other expletives, but I can't say them because this is a kid's game.
Understood.
So now we have the main quest. Free the divine beasts. It seems to me that your Sheikah slate is not yet complete. The device Princess Zelda left you is your guide and also your memory, as well as your day planner, and also your calculator, and also your camera.
And also your Game Boy.
And also, like, we can literally add on to this stuff because it's basically his iPad. Like, it would just say, like, the Sheikah slate is Link's iPad. Now, let's see. Someone at the research lab in Kakariko Village might be able to help you.
Understood. Locked
Don't
mementos.
forget to pay your tickets.
Yeah, you don't forget to pay your parking tickets. You are Princess Zelda's only hope, and Hyrule's as well. You cannot turn back now. Follow your heart and seize your destiny, because look how serious my face is right now.
Seek out Impa. Complete.
So, for the record, I just want to point something out, because one complaint I've actually heard, oh, that Sheikah heirloom has been guarded by our tribe for generations. I must request that you not touch it.
And do not break it.
Even
you'll
for
buy
an
it.
esteemed guest such as yourself, there are certain rules that must be respected.
I'm here to save your royal ass.
If you break it, you buy it.
Can we call her royal? I mean, she's technically like one of the leaders of the Sheikah. But, so, one of the complaints I've actually seen is a lot of people don't like that Impa's voice is so quiet in her voiceover.
She's old.
And I think I think that's exactly why it works, people, is she's supposed to be very aged. And on top of that, I also think just because of how wise she is, she needs to be a little bit soft-spoken.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
she'd be kind of like Yoda, sort of.
Well, Yoda's not a good example because he actually did have like a projecting voice. He did
so
have a
maybe
loud
he
one.
Did.
But in this case, where there were moments where Yoda would go quieter, like when he's trying to explain something very serious. But in her case, like she's been alive for a very, very long time, waiting for Link to come back, and in the meantime, she's had to go through a lot of crap. So I actually like that she's this soft-spoken mentor figure to Link. And I think the voice direction was right in this regard. I don't know. Am I the only one here?
I agree with you.
It's fine.
I think it's awesome. But now we have our main quest, which we should point out, you can technically not do it. You can go to Ganon right now,
Yeah.
as it's been advertised. But there is actually a lot of story here, so we're going to do it.
You have conquered the shrines and claimed their spirit orbs. I can offer you great power. It appears you've claimed 4 spirit orbs. In exchange for 4 spirit orbs, I will amplify your being. So tell me, what is it you desire?
I desire that thing around your neck
Can I
there.
have your bib?
Are you really able to do that? Yes. Are you really able to do that? Homer Simpson, stop! All right, so you're going to start off by getting an additional stamina vessel.
Yeah.
So this is kind of one of the things that you're going to be doing throughout most of this game is every 4 spirit orbs, you get to improve either your stamina or your health.
It appears you still possess.
And there are reasons to do both.
Yeah.
So, in fact, I think Alex is kind of taking the more balanced approach,
Yeah, that's
which is to
usually
get
how,
a heart as well as a stamina vessel.
it's usually how I do it. Though I'll probably end up maxing out the stamina wheel and getting just enough hearts for the Master Sword. Well, probably more than
Which,
just...
to my knowledge, it maxes out at 3, right? Like 3 rings.
yeah, 3 rings.
Yeah, it's just a good idea. Like I've actually really liked having more stamina.
'Cause
I
you
know a
do a
few
lot of
people who just went full hearts like right off the bat before they started, and then they like abandoned the shrines. They never worked on their stamina vessel.
Yeah.
I like having that stamina vessel increased. It
But we're-
really does help.
Well, what's good, I don't know if you found it, but in Kakariko Village, where we're going to be heading soon, there's a little statue that you can exchange stamina or hearts. So if you want to trade off your stamina for some more hearts or vice versa, you can do that.
Yes, I'm aware of the exchange. I have not used it in my playing, like in my multiple playthroughs, just because I'm kind of meticulous when it comes to that. So basically what my system is that I do 3 heart containers and then I do a stamina vessel. Because then at that point it kind of evens things out to me. Like I've got a sufficient amount of health that I can get more stamina.
We found some topaz.
I mean, in my ideal world, I wouldn't have the stamina wheel. I actually haven't liked it since it was implemented in Skyward Sword, but I at least, treat it, or I give it its proper respect, so to speak. So now we have our mission, and now that we've figured out the whole going rogue thing, no, I'm not mad at Alex for doing that. In fact, here's the thing. I think going solo was probably the best way to go about it, because as I've told you off camera, nothing against Hat in Time or any of the other games that we were playing for a while there, but we played them for such a long time that I just needed to play something new.